checks people how they are on the ordinary everyday life, on the little things. When you're not aware of a nisayon, you little kids, for example, drive you nuts. Are you getting crazy? Are you shouting at them, yelling at them, I don't know, cursing or hitting them or something? Your husband, your neighbor, your mother-in-law, your co-worker. Okay? Hashem checks us on the little things, on the things that happen every day. People don't pay attention and they fail in Lashon Hara. People don't pay attention and they fail in not saying the brachot properly. Or okay, these are the little things that Hashem tests people. Because on the big scale, people, some of them, if they're aware of the nisayon, they can pass it. So King David was tested in these small things. Why wouldn't Hashem test him with human beings? Let's see how you with human beings. Why with animals? Animals cannot talk to you back, cannot say anything. Because with animals, when you the way that you conduct yourself with animals is the most pure way that he can be tested. Because to make a favor to a human being, it's many times, what kind of benefit do I get from this? People do it for benefits. People do it to gain something in return. You know, I'll give something to you, you give me back. Or I'll get famous. I'll get advertised. Today you post everything in Facebook, so everybody sees what you're doing. You know, you do something, oh, good luck, kol hakavod, you do this and you do that. And Hashem tests him with animals. Animals are not aware of the kindness that their owner does to them. Do they understand that first the young ones go, then the older, then the strong one goes? They don't understand these things. They don't understand that the owner tried to help them out, tried to make them feel good, tried to look for their own benefit. So they cannot repay him, and they cannot feel gratitude. A lot of us, we want to help people when we get thank you back. If you don't get thank you back, who needs this? You don't want to help out people sometimes. And here's King David helping them day and night, every day, all the time, no matter if they will thank him afterwards, and they won't, no matter if they understand what he does for them or he doesn't understand. And this was the beauty of the David HaMelech. So, now, the main purpose, the main job, the main mission of a king in Israel is to understand what is the need of the nation, of the subjects, okay? And by this way, always, constantly to benefit them, to help them out, to be there for them. And this is the chesed. When a king is selfish, and we see some kind of tyrants out there, that it's all only around them. Okay, I need to build a big army. I need to have so many medallions over here, I say medals. I need to have they build everything for their own fame, not for the country. They don't care so much about the country. And a good king is when he doesn't think about himself and he thinks about the subject. And this is a duty of a king. Another duty of a king is to crown Hashem on top of the nation. And that was King David, was his biggest thing to do. To help them out, to make them, King David, he prepared everything for the Holy Temple. King Shlomo had to do maybe some technicality things, but everything was already ready by King David to build the Holy Temple. So basically, he did everything needed to. He was thinking constantly about the spiritual benefit of the nation. And now I want to speak about Chag HaShavuot a little bit. There's a big rule that everything that you do in life, it needs some preparation. And the biggest purpose, the biggest things that you do in life, okay, the longer preparation it takes. Let's say a guy dates with a girl and he tells her, you know something, let's marry, let's do it tomorrow. Usually, girls don't like this kind of offers. Why not?
You want to get ready?
Want to get ready? Let me prepare. She wants to find the best dress, and it takes time to search for it and to find it and whatever. It takes time to fit it on her body. It takes time to look for the material, for the texture, for the color, for the size, for the price, for whatever. It's only the dress. She has to take care of the she likes, because the woman is into details. What type of flowers we're going to have on the table? What type of, I don't know, the photographer, the whatever. It takes time to prepare a wedding, at least 2 or 3 months that, you prepare. Nobody likes to come with sneakers and with because the only time in the history that Hashem asked the Jews to get ready, to get prepared, to prepare themselves, is before Matan Torah. It says 3 days before, get ready. I want you to accept the Torah, and for this you have to get ready. How do we get ready to accept the Torah? So the purpose of this world is for us to be able to get to the next world. To be able to get to the next world, we need to fulfill the Torah, the mitzvot that Hashem gave us. Right? In order for people to do mitzvot, to accept the Torah, they have to be the right vessel to accept the Torah. If you are not the right vessel, you cannot accept it. Let's say you're going to get a little boy comes to his mother and he asks for a Coke in a cup. But this cup, the mother realizes it has a lot of holes. So what happens when she pours Coke into this cup? What happens? Huh? It spills from all over because it cannot hold water inside or any kind of liquid inside. In order for us to be able to accept the Torah, the greatest of Hashem, spirituality, we have to prepare ourselves to become a good vessel. This is called Kabbalah. Okay, a good vessel in order to get the Torah. If not, it's going to go all over and it's a waste of time. Let me ask you a question. How do you feel, when do you feel more spiritual? Let's say Yom Kippur. In the beginning of Yom Kippur or in the end of Yom Kippur? Huh? Why? Why in the end? You're already exhausted, you're tired, you're weak, you're starving, you're nauseous, you whatever, headaches, whatever people feel. But you feel more spiritual. Why? Because you prevent yourself. This is the 5 things that we're not allowed to on Yom Kippur. You prevent yourself from eating, from drinking, okay, from putting all kind of makeup or ointments or all kind of creams and perfumes and stuff. Okay, people are not allowed to have relations. People are not allowed to wear shoes. Why all this? If you pay attention too much to the details of this world, too much of the things that make you enjoy, too much desires, you cannot get spiritual. If people are all day long in the restaurant eating gourmet food and enjoying themselves and constantly is inside this bucket of ice cream or constantly watching TV, movies, films or whatever, he cannot get spiritual. Isolate yourself from these things. Detach from these things. Okay? When you're not hooked to these things anymore, this is when you become a vessel. This is when you can accept a little bit of spirituality. If you are too much into these things, you cannot get spirituality. Okay? So, this is why in the end of Yom Kippur, okay, when you don't eat and when you don't drink, you feel more elevated. You feel so good with yourself, Not only that I was able to pass through this fast and everything, but, you prayed all day long and you promised to yourself that you're going to get better. You're going to be, you feel like an angel. You feel like, oh, I did so much today. When we have to prepare to accept the Torah, okay, when Hashem asks us to prepare, what does He want us to do? He wants us to get ready. Hashem saw only maybe a few minutes. The first 2 commandments that He gave to us, that He told us, we already fainted, we died, we couldn't bear it. It was too strong. It was so much stronger that whatever we thought it would be. And that the rest of it Moshe had to tell us. But still, even being in that environment together, okay, all the people around, waiting, anticipating, looking, hearing, seeing, okay, all whatever happened there, made us something. And it affected us for so many generations later. Three big elements we have to be able to get ready for the Torah. Hashem told us, Vayis'u Refidim. First of all, they left Refidim. Refidim in Hebrew is from the word weakness. Rafui, Refion. Okay, weakness. Get away from laziness, sitting in one place, not doing anything. Start getting active, start doing things, start taking things upon yourself. So that every thing that we're going to do, every mitzvah that we're going to do, it's going to be with a lot of warmth, with a lot of excitement. Sometimes we do mitzvot because we did it yesterday, and the day before yesterday, and the day before yesterday. And what's the big deal? You don't even pay attention when you say brachot because you're so too used to it and you don't do it with excitement. So get away from there, okay? Don't be lazy. Work on yourself. Do it with excitement. Number 2, vayachanu bamidbar. מה זה במדבר? מדבר, מה זה מדבר in Russian? Pustina? Pustina. Midbar means an empty place. Amen. Empty place. There's nothing there. Empty place means get away from all these things that prevent you from coming close to Hashem. I had this bride last week. She was constantly on her cell phone. Every second gets a WhatsApp, every second gets a messages, every second, you know?
WhatsApp is so annoying.
I know.
Yeah.
And so, when you have so much distractions, you cannot really focus on one thing.
Oh yeah.
You cannot really do something and give 100% to it, you know? You sit with a child. If you're constantly on a WhatsApp, she feels upset. Where when you're with your husband and you're constantly looking at the phone, see whoever sends you an image, a text or something, it's not only annoying, it's also, you know, it hurts him, it bothers him. Like, I'm not priority. There's somebody else something else that interesting you more than me, you know. Living in the desert means, in the desert we don't have restaurants, we don't have movie theaters. We don't have all these distractions, all these things that will bother. There's no even Wi-Fi there, so you cannot get hooked to the phone anywhere. It's me and you and me and and my family and only us. This is the way. Sometimes biggest yeshivot, they're not in the city. They're far from the city. Because in the city, there's a lot of distractions. Young guys, they go outside, they go to the malls, they go, I don't know, and they don't focus on the learning that they're supposed to do. So sometimes get away from all this. It's so much better because you can focus. So this is called get away from all these desires that you have and all these problems that can prevent you from coming close to Hashem. Number 3, ויחן שם ישראל נגד ההר. The third thing that we had to get ready is to ויחן שם ישראל כנגד אחד, כי איש אחד בלב אחד. It's the only time in the Jewish history that people were united. If one person out of these 3 million people would say, leave me out of it, I'm not into it, I don't want to hear Torah and I don't care, they would not accept the Torah. They would not get it. Everyone were united, also felt one another. There was love in between them. Even though, let's say, I don't follow your way, specific way, but I respect you for that. Okay? This is Vayichan Israel Keneged Ahar. So these are these 3 things that we have to do. With these 49 days that we count between Pesach and Shavuot, are 49 days that we're taking steps each and every day how to get ready to accept the Torah. Every day we try to work on a different quality. Okay, so you got angry the other day. How can I work on myself not to get angry today? So you failed and you spoke Lashon Hara. What can I do? You violated Shabbat by mistake. What can I do so that I won't? So you learn the laws. You get educated. Once you learn, this is how we get ready for the Torah. Bezrat Hashem, let's pray that now every Shavuot, every holiday, okay, we get the same light, the same spirituality like it was in Har Sinai when we got the Torah. The question is, are we able to see it? Are we able to feel it? So it's all up to us. If we open our heart, if we open our mind, okay, it's not only cheesecake that we have to do for the Chag. A lot of people, for them, is cheesecake or blintzes or food or something. Yes, it's important, but it's not the most important thing. Get educated, learn a little bit about the Chag to get ready, to accept the Torah. Sometimes, let's say, you send your husband to study, it's not enough. You have to study too, because we're one team, we're together. If only the husband learns and the wife, she doesn't care, there's something missing in the house. So together, as a team, you learn what you have to learn, he has to learn, and Bezrat Hashem, we're going to be a good vessel that will be able to accept, to get all this spirituality and accept the Torah from the beginning. Bezrat Hashem.
I have a question.